You are watching a Fact TV presentation of the town of Swanzey.
catch things that I don't catch, so I give it to you now first.
Okay, so, sorry, you were discombobulated not having a car. All right, here's your packets. No, you get the big budgets.
Teresa chooses not to, thank you, not to lead us. So who would like to lead us this morning, or this evening? Mark will do it? Kai, are we on? We're on. All right. Thank you, Mark. So am I correct that the minutes that we're reviewing are from the 23rd? Is
Well,
that-
I don't, did they get put in the packet?
They aren't in the packet, but you sent them
I
to
had
us.
sent them, but I don't know if Lori had a chance to review them, but if you didn't have any changes, then
No, I didn't, no.
do you want to approve those, Lori? One from the,
That's up to the board. I have not had a chance to review them, I'm sorry. Do you want to just take and pass one down to me?
What would you like to do? You want to pass on?
Yeah, we'll just pass.
Move on to the consent agenda?
Make a motion to,
or is it skipping them?
skip them, yeah. Make a motion to approve the consent agenda. Mark, sorry, Bill.
One second.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, first item on our agenda. Kai, you're a member of the public. Would you like to give us some input? Not today? You're okay? How we doing on that speaker system?
Lori was, we talked a little bit about it, you guys still have to order it or something like that?
Yep, I have to order it.
Okay. And what do you think the turnaround would be from the time it's, say it was ordered tomorrow?
Probably like 2 weeks,
So we'd have it for our deliberative session then February 3rd?
at least in theory.
Great. Theory's good. Thank you. First item on our agenda is a final review of the budget prior to the budget hearing. Teresa,
Yes.
might mind moving the laptop? Perfect. Thank you.
I updated the budget using the 2% merit that the board agreed to at their last meeting, which increased it by $62,607. Your total is now $8,924,870, which is a 6.63% increase over last year, and it's $33,085 higher than the default budget.
Okay, and we've pretty much looked at every other line.
Yep.
So without that increase, we would be below the default budget.
Yes.
Okay. Did you guys have a chance to review?
Yeah,
Is it the same as what we did at our last meeting?
Right.
What's your pleasure? Lori?
That's my pleasure. Yep. No, I think everybody's done a great job getting it to, we tried to meet that 5%, no more than 5% increase, but where the default budget's at a 6.63, we're, what?
Well, we're at 6.63. The default is 6.23 or thereabouts.
Yeah. No, I think it's a good number.
Okay, Mark, do you need a motion, or do you just need consensus?
Yeah, we don't need any motion, just if the board's okay with that, then that's what's gonna go on. Obviously, we're preparing, the budget presentation for next week, which, Bill had asked for an overview. I did have a chance to type up an overview. I don't have the PowerPoint done yet, but we'll get to that, and that will give us what we need to have everything prepared for next Tuesday.
Okay. All set? You might be able to go home, unless there's something else that...
Oh, there's,
There is, I want her to stay for a non-pub.
Okay,
And then if we want to go the warrant articles, because there are some budget figures in there.
page is that on?
So it's gonna be the last part of the packet, Jimmy.
Okay.
This is the beginning of it.
Right here?
Yep. And then the beginning, it lists all the front page of the
Oh,
warrant.
yeah, I see it. Yep.
So yeah, we got the terms in there for the Board of Selectmen. I did, consult, New Hampshire Municipal on that, just asking how do we do that and stagger the terms, and that was their recommendation, for staggering the two new select board, seats. So we'll have two at a 3-year term, and then, one will be a 1-year term. And then it
These
will-
are the new people
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
How do
So
you-
the 2 3-year, that's, Bill's seat, that's one of them, and then one of the other ones is one of the new ones. But in order to stagger the seats, they have to do, you start it here with a 1 term.
but how do you distinguish who the person is that gets the one seat?
They
and
sign up for them. They're separate nomination papers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So people can sign up for the 1-year
With the
term
town
or the
clerk.
3-year term.
That's
Okay,
all
I'm sorry, I
done-
didn't mean to
Yep,
interrupt you.
that's
but-
all done through the town clerk. Nope, that's a good question. So I'll have 2 on the planning board, 1 on the trustee for a 3-year, and 1 on the trustees for 1 year. 2 zoning board seats, both 3-year terms. Supervisors of the checklist for a 6-year term. And Mount Caesar, Library, 1 for 1 year, and Stratton Free has 1 seat for 3-year terms.
There's a lot.
I'd like to go back to the budget. One question. Did town clerk talk with you about the adjustments she was suggesting in her budget?
As far as,
Supplies and, because we have 3 elections next year
Oh,
as
yeah.
opposed to 1. Did those adjustments get made?
no. I was not aware that they were changing.
That's right. I remember an email she had asked for,
Got the town, the state primary, and then the state general.
Oh.
see if I can find that email.
And if you did send it to me, I'm sorry, I don't remember.
Nope, that's okay.
Gosh, you mean you had that much to do, Teresa?
I think it was like a couple $1,000s, right, Bill?
I don't remember the number, but it would need to have been because we have multiple elections for supplies and also staffing.
I can always text her. See if I can text her.
Yeah, because currently we have 6,000 for election salaries, 300 for ads for the elections, and 5650 for election supplies.
Okay, what's her line item?
4140 should be on the first page.
God, lights are a little brighter. Let me go turn that the other ones. Town clerk, training. Man, I can't see. My eyes are going bad, Jamie.
You know, we need better lighting in here. I need like some little lamps.
I can't. Anyway, Teresa, are you able to look at this to determine what she's asking for versus what we did in 25?
Here.
Thanks, Mark.
Okay, so for 25, are you just looking for election supplies?
Pretty much supplies and payroll.
Okay, so in 25, the payroll was 1,500, we increased it to 6,000.
Yeah, that's good. So it's done then.
Supplies was 4,000, we increased it to 5,650.
Okay, that was one I was asking her about. Just because we have the 2 additional elections.
So we did it?
What we did, it sounds like we did with the payroll. How much of the 4,000 did we use?
6,171, they went over budget.
Okay, so we gotta figure that out.
Don't know if, I think there might have been, and I want to double check this before I say for sure, but I believe there was an issue with the first set of ballots and we had to have an emergency like rush order
I
done.
think you're right about that. And the ballots, well, I think they'll probably equalize out the number of pages, because the ballot for the town this year should be less pages.
I found it. She would like to increase, if possible, increase motor vehicle supplies from 2,500 to 3,000, so an increase of 500 there. And then election supplies from 65 to 7, so $1,000 total. Good catch.
But did she, is what we have in now for supplies 6,500?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's interesting, because you just indicated we spent 6,500. Virtually 6,500 for one election.
Well, that's why I was double checking. I believe that's what happened. The emergency rush order for ballots was $4,200.
Oh, good, okay. All right. All right, so we make the two changes that Lori mentioned.
Let me recalculate.
Shouldn't throw things off too much.
You're now at a 6.64% increase.
Mark, how you doing? Happy New Year to you.
You don't write down the articles, you're gonna go.
Miss public input.
Mark, come here.
I'm a little confused with the Article 4 there. So originally, does this mean that this vote is gonna dissolve the TIF? I thought we voted on, we were deciding that we're asking for a vote from we're asking for the vote to give us the power to close it,
8925. Yep.
That's correct.
right?
0.
So we still have to decide between three of us if we're gonna close it.
No.
No,
How is that?
the board wanted to put the article on here, so now it's gonna go to the voters, and if it passes, it will close as it's stated in here. And
follow
if,
that.
if it doesn't pass, then it will just remain as is, nothing will change.
Yeah, so we've already made the decision that we want to close it, but the voters determine that. And it can't be closed until the debts are paid.
Okay.
And they have to be paid by September. So we don't have a lot of choice there.
Yep, and I just posted the hearing, for that today, so that should be in the paper tomorrow, I believe. The public hearing for that, as well as, so the one that was in here, I didn't get a chance to update after I saw Renell's, so they're gonna move around a little bit. So the one to rescind the bond is gonna be up further in front of Joe's, so we'll have that, it'll be all set, but none of the wording is changing or anything.
So just the article alignment is what's
Exactly, so
changing.
after the board discusses all these tonight, I'm gonna send everything off to Cordell tomorrow, so I'll have everything, Cordell's edits by the public hearing. I may need to tweak a few numbers, just with the ones, on the Asheville Lot Trail I have to fix, and then we'll get to the other, details. But yeah, that one's pretty straightforward. So hearing was posted, and then the Public Works Facility, those numbers are all, accurate, and we went over that with Steve at the CIP meeting. We're gonna do the bond for $1,050,000 and 150 to come from the Public Works Facilities Expendable Trust Fund. And then we have our operating
Are
budget.
you able to hear, Mark?
Oh, I just wanted to confirm that was election supplies, it was going up from 65 to 7.
Yep, election supplies, so the 610
Okay.
going to 7, and then motor vehicles, that's also 610?
Yeah, there's one in the initial pay.
Okay, And then, yeah, motor vehicle office supplies going from 2,500 to 3,000.
Okay. Just wanna make sure I got the right line item right here.
So that operating budget number is gonna go up by 1,000.
Yep.
We just made that change. But that's also pretty straightforward.
That's gonna put us at the 990.
What?
No?
No?
No.
just
Oh, no,
92.
you're right.
92.
92, right.
Yep, and let's see, the next one is our capital reserve. So since the last meeting we met, I got an email from, I think it was Mary at the Mount Caesar Library, and they had missed out on the CIP to, they were hoping to include 5,000 more, or there was nothing in there for capital improvement, but they were requesting 5,000, and I know CIP is already met, so, and it's, at the end of the day, it's up to the Board of Selectmen if you want to allow that in there. So that's why you'll see it's highlighted there. I added in Mount Caesar Union Library for the $5,000, if you want me to take that out, whatever.
Well,
you want.
that gives them the opportunity to apply for grants that they might not otherwise be able to apply for. And it's a minimal amount, so, I don't know, what do you guys think?
I'm fine with it.
Okay?
Originally for the election supplies, Heather had proposed 6,500, that got reduced to 5,650, so putting it up to 7,000 would be an increase of 1,350 for that line.
Oh, why was that changed?
I don't know. I
Well,
don't
we
know if
need,
that was a discussion
we need to
she
go
had.
with what she suggested.
You wanna change it to 7? Okay.
Can't run out of ballots.
So that will change the bottom line.
Okay, yeah, so that bottom line will change it a little bit.
Yep.
Bring us up to 893.
8926720. 720. Which is 6.65.
89726.
8926
Oh, 8926.
720, which is a 6.65% increase.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so we'll add the 5,000 from the Mount Caesar Union Library. The next one is all the Public Works capital reserves. And we were all fine with those numbers, so that's, nothing's changing there, as far as I know. And then the next one was the ambulance one. We were undecided on that. What do we want to do with that one? Do we want to strike that? We did account for everything in the budget for that second year of the contract. And there's how much in the ambulance reserve now?
142.
142.
I did not get a chance to do the assessment that you asked for the ambulance one. It's on my list.
It's up to you all.
Another thing I know we did talk about it too, was the fire truck. I know we're not doing the bond this year, but does the board still want to put money away, or we just gonna do the whole bond next year?
How much do we have in there now?
I don't know off the top of my head, and I'm not connected to the server, so
Okay.
I'm not quite sure.
So we got it down here that we're putting 30,000?
Well, that's a different
For the
question.
ambulance.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you want
No,
to
well,
change.
you brought up the fire truck. I thought the fire truck, we decided that we were gonna still put money in.
Right, are we gonna do that? I know we have, what do we have? We have 30,000 for fire trucks, but do we want to increase that because we're not doing the bond? That's what you guys do every year, I believe, right? Increase the 30,000 into that. But then we were gonna take out the bond this year. I didn't know if the board wanted to save a little bit more to reduce the bond next year, or not have anything at all this year for the trucks, besides the 30.
Which line item is the article, is the truck, or is you proposing an
So
additional
I
line?
think it would be, I guess it would just increase this line on Article 7, Bill. Capital reserves and expendable trust funds.
Page
do you wanna remove the ambulance and add 30 to fire trucks, or nothing at all, or neither?
Mark, what do you think about that? Did you sit down in the discussion when it was with regard to capital reserve for the fire trucks?
I don't recall it clearly. I was trying to look up what's in there right now. Of course, my glasses are in the car, so I'm struggling. I knew, I understood the reasons to defer. I think you all understand those anyway.
Okay,
It's just not clear.
right. Personally, I'd rather see the ambulance 30 go into the fire.
Drop? Really?
Well, because I think by the time that 30 gets used, we should, the town should have incrementally gotten up to the full
I
amount.
agree there, but I don't know if I agree with the other half of that, the back half of it, putting it over at the fire truck. I agree with
Just-
getting rid of
just
the
eliminate?
ambulance.
That's
I'm all for just eliminate.
All right? Mark,
Because I don't think it's gonna make a huge difference on when we go to bond like fire truck, you know?
Yeah, I agree. I think we can get rid of it.
Just strike it. We'll just strike it.
Okay, so we're gonna strike the ambulance, and we're just gonna keep the 30?
Correct.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. So the next one, this was where at the last meeting, Teresa had pointed out that in the CIP's recommendation report, there was, they were recommending $10,000 to go to the wastewater,
No, I think it was just
or
water.
to create a new expendable trust fund for water, just water. And we can do that. It was missed, so it wasn't in the report, and it wasn't mentioned at that meeting, so therefore it's not on here.
It was for West Swansea Water.
West Swansea Water, that's what it was. So what I thought, just doing a little bit of research on this, is what some communities do is to, instead of just having a single account for West Swansea wastewater, and so it would be something like to Article 10, or to establish a community infrastructure expendable trust fund, which obviously encompasses all projects addressing infrastructure needs throughout the community, instead of just singling it to West Swansea Water. That's up to the board. It was recommended by the CIP committee. It just missed the report, and so Teresa, good catch on that, and we're trying to add that back in. So I don't know if the board would want to,
Well, is it better that we just meet with the CIP after the budget hearing and ask to have that added back in, as opposed to a separate warrant article, or added in?
we have to have a separate warrant article
Anyway.
to establish it.
Okay?
I think we establish it.
All right, you're all set with that?
Are you, do you like the idea of that, or
I
do you
kinda
want it to
do.
be just as, yeah, because if you single it out, it'd be just for West
West
Swansea
Swansea.
Water. If you do it this way, you could use it for other infrastructure needs.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. So we'll keep that one. The next one is the rescind bond authority, which I'm gonna move that up to underneath, it's gonna become Article 5, so that's got the placement of these, and Cordell might have something different to say about that as well, so. And that is also the public hearing, so there's kind of a few public hearings here, so we were able to do, I think I indicated this in an email that I sent to you earlier this week, that we're having the budget hearing, and we're also having the hearing for termination of the TIF. I put it on there because the email, Cordell said we can do that, that's fine. And then Renell's recommendations came through to have these two on the same night, so I figured, you know what, just to cover all our bases, we're gonna have two public hearings on that one. So it'll just be that, and then it will go right into the rescind of the bond. I was hoping to get the rescind for SB2 on to that hearing as well, but I guess we have to notice that at a different time, and I got the email confirmation from Cordell today saying, because I was confused, I thought it was, 15 days before you vote, which similar to these wouldn't that be the deliberative session? But Cordell
No, it's the vote.
confirmed, he said it's different. So that one is gonna be February, I can't remember, but I'll let you guys know on that one. So there will be another separate hearing for that one. And any language in here, again, these are all going to Cordell, so he may come back and have some edits, I'm sure. The next ones, we already had gone over those, the elderly exemptions, and the optional credits for service of total connected disability. Did anybody have any questions on those? Okay. And then this one, I've been working on the next two, I've been working on those figures. I just found out today after a meeting with Julie from the state and Joseph from Hoyland Tanner, so that number is gonna change, so I'll get those confirmed. I have to look for it. I think it was a letter that came to us back in December that it has it's like $1,800,000 and something thousand, so I'm just gonna tweak those numbers a little bit there. I'm gonna take out this part, don't worry, that was for my notes where I think you guys were wondering what this was for, and after talking a little bit with Michael on this, basically we're rescinding the old 2020 warrant article that it states up there, and to renew the expenditures to show accurate figures, which will also give us more time and more money to complete the project. So I'm going to be taking that out. That's just for my notes, so I can add that into the PowerPoint. Are we good with that one? I actually had a nice conversation with Mike today. He gave me the whole lowdown in the history of the rail trail and where we are with these projects and stuff, so that was very helpful. Next one is the Lower Winchester Street Route 10 improvements. And that one's been the mystery to me, but I'm figuring it out as I go. And I was able to, Teresa pulled this, I spoke with Anthony Clinton from the state, and he's working with Keene, basically the head guy over there. But anything that, I guess part of the agreement was that Swanzey pays, the agreement that we just did between Keene, we just amended it, that one, and part of the agreement was that Swanzey's portion will be 3% of whatever the project is. And so I asked Teresa what we've spent so far on this project, and she found that we spent back in '24, basically only $2,700 so far. And this letter kind of gives a preliminary, it gives a breakdown of the costs, the total cost, and then Swansea's percent will be 3%. So I emailed Brian today, who is, I think, Keene's engineer.
Brian Roth.
Yep, and hopefully he'll be able to give me an update on the financial numbers so that we may be able to strike this off. Because after speaking with Anthony, he said that over the next 4 years, everything's kind of gotten pushed back. So over the next 4 years, we're probably not going to be spending any money, not a lot of money, if any. But also then I thought that other infrastructure thing, if we needed to, I don't know where this money is coming from. We don't have a separate account unless it's accounted for in CIP. But I just need a little bit more time to research this. But so I did ask for the financial numbers, and hopefully I will get those soon.
Is the 3% coming from the 20% that Keene is paying?
Yes.
So
Yep.
it's not 3% of the total budget, it's 3% of...
Of the 20%.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, and this kind of gives the breakdown here, and it wasn't much. And so Teresa also found, where did this money come from? And she said that it was taken from Invest in H. I think the board had approved up to 11,000. I have the minutes here. The board approved up to 11,000 for that. So I may be able to just strike this right off the warrant, hopefully.
Yeah, I was thinking 3% of that project, that's a lot of money. I'm glad you said that. I'm sitting here going, we're talking about a lot of money at 3%. What's a big project?
Yeah.
So they're only paying 20% of that, and we're gonna take 3% of the 20%.
Yep. Yep, the local match, yep. So, still working
We
on
might
that
not even
one.
have to deal with
I
that.
hope we can cross it off, but, yes. And I think that's it. Next are the two petition warrant articles, and I believe people have until the 9th, January 9th, to submit any other petitions.
So I'm sure I was told this, but the requirement that the warrant articles that had impacts on the tax rate needed to be delineated in the warrant, did that get stricken? It didn't come through the legislature?
I asked Cordell about that. I can forward the email that I asked him, because it just wasn't clear to me. I'm like, what does this mean for Swanzey? Because in order to have the tax impact on the ballot prior to that bill getting passed, it has to go to the voters, and Swanzey doesn't have that. So I asked Cordell, what does this mean for Swanzey? Do we have to put the tax impact on there? And he's like, nope. He's like, it means Swanzey doesn't have to change anything.
Yep.
So I said, okay.
Great. Okay, anything else? Mark? Jim? Teresa? No? All right, and we have, did you want to talk about, Lori, what was it? I was thinking about it earlier. There was something added to the agenda.
We also had the water study committee.
Right, but didn't, I've drawn a blank, but did somebody email or call you and you said you would add it to the agenda?
Yes, what was that? Candidates night?
Candidates night, yep. Eileen Longe.
Thank you. She said that the board has asked them to take charge and handle that, right, in the past?
Well, previously, we had asked they had approached us about having a candidates night, and we had agreed to it, and
Yeah,
they
that's
agreed
great.
to organize it and
Yeah.
moderate it.
That's helpful,
Mhm.
for sure.
So, and you guys participated.
And I don't have to do it this time.
That's right, you don't have to. You can ask
Yeah,
questions.
so she had sent an email.
They
saying-
want to do it again?
They want to do it again, yeah.
So who's gonna do it? I thought it was Norm that did it last.
But he was part of the Preservation Society.
So who's gonna be doing it?
We don't know, but it was Eileen reached out to ask if we wanted
gonna
them
have it?
to do it, yeah.
So how do we go about that? We find people?
No, we have nothing to do with it.
Yeah, they'll handle it all for you
Yeah.
guys. So we just need to, if the board is okay with that, I can let her know that. That would be great.
Are you gonna be okay with that?
Yeah, I've done it.
You're gonna hit it.
I've wanted this for years, so they
You never
finally...
sat in one.
No, because they didn't start till you came along.
Okay. Maybe big corruption.
That's right.
So I think
You
we're
and
gonna
Mark
have
and-
that, so that
You and Mark and Mike and Charlie and...
Yes.
How many
the,
do you have again?
Janice?
You were five,
Swansea,
right?
let me look here.
Yeah, there was only 5, there was like 7.
Swansea
when we did it.
Preservation
Yeah, we
Committee
You did it twice, man.
had
You're a
reached out
veteran, you want to take my
You're a
place?
veteran.
to me to see.
You did it twice.
Thank you, Omar.
All right, so anyway, so by consensus, the response would be yes if they want to organize it, but,
Yep.
you know, it's
Yeah,
not
so-
something we can take part in.
Right, yep, so we're gonna have them post the
No, but I mean, as a
candidates
board.
night
Yeah, okay.
for the upcoming election.
Thank you.
I think we'll have the candidates on stage.
Actually, did I ever
We
tell you?
didn't like it last time, remember, because it was rap. We wanted to have it a straight
Yeah,
table.
I think we got,
I knew that was an
I
issue.
provided some input already, and really I'm hoping
You
to
did.
the table, whether it's here or up there, doesn't matter.
Did I tell you what it was like when the school board and budget committee wanted to be up on the stage? And I said, I'm not going up there, so I was in the well. Oh, God. Didn't go over well.
You just kind of do like a little tap edge.
All right, so at our last meeting, I asked you all to consider potential candidates that you'd like for the water Water Study Committee and also the 250th Anniversary Committee. Since then, Steve Diddle suggested that we expand the Water Study Committee to include sewer, since they're both West Swansea area projects, and they're somewhat simultaneous. Can't have one without the other. Or we can have water, but we can't add without sewer. And we can have added sewer, but we can't add without water. They do work somewhat hand in hand. I have some names.
To that, don't you think?
No, because most of the work is being done by Underwood.
Oh, yeah.
The engineering firms. This is really more to
I was gonna
be
say,
able to help the board make a decision. And I can give you the names of those that I've put down.
Yeah,
Mark,
can I see that?
Would you be interested on either committee?
Not necessarily. I'm always a participant, but I think I got quite a few committees going right now.
Yes, you do.
It also depends on when it starts. For a seat up there is, I'm going to be away 2-3 months a year, so.
Sure.
Are these our two Ashleys?
Yes. Yep. You can read my writing.
I mean, you heard everybody that's into the town stuff. Did you put,
Can always
Ambrosia
post
down?
I'm sorry?
post on the website that we're looking for volunteers, somebody.
Yeah, we can do that after, but I really want to get this going right now, because the 250th, we'll be honest, before we know it. And I think it's the 3rd, isn't it, that we have a meeting with Underwood? They're coming back. I'm pretty sure it's the 3rd, so, of February. So I'd
To
like to
come
have-
back with?
They're continuing with their study.
Oh.
And I think I gave you, and I give you the handout they gave us before.
When was the
Spiral
handout?
bound.
Yes, yep.
Okay, they were here in November.
Yeah.
Do you have it? It's in my other phone, but I'm pretty sure it's February 3rd.
I don't have it in my calendar on here, but.
Right. And I think one of the neat things about the 250th, this is pretty cool, is that it can be the prelude to 2033, which is the 300th anniversary of Lower Ashwheelet. That's really cool. And then, I don't know, Jim and I are committed, Lori's agreed, that we're going to be here for 2053, for the 300th of Swanzey. So this would just be a beginning era. We'll be there, Mark. You're going to take us around. You're going to put us on your boat with the flag. Well, so the only thing that changes is young to old? Is that- Okay. Are you guys cool with these?
Yeah.
All right. I'll get you a list, Lori. Are we okay to establish the committees? All right, I'll print out a list and get it to you.
Okay.
All right? Everyone has been asked if they'd be interested, if you guys were okay with it. All right.
Oh, yeah, actually, if you can just, for the minutes' sake, I had the acceptance of the Safety-Homeland Security Emergency Management Grant on here for this agenda, but I think that was approved at a meeting prior.
It was, yeah.
So if you could just, for the minutes' sake, if you could just notice, make a note that the board approved it at whatever meeting that was.
Within the 20, oh gosh, what was it, 30th?
So,
January 30th.
All right, so if you can just, for the record, the board already approved this, the acceptance of the, just as it states right here on the agenda,
That was the
at
6th
the
today.
December
No, today's
13th meeting.
You didn't believe me? You didn't believe me?
No, I think they had one
Really?
while I was there.
Isn't on the 31st, I think, is that the one I have to do that? Unless there was
Are
one
you
that was
sure?
not.
What was the date of it, Bill?
30th, 31st. 31st.
That was a Saturday, no?
No, it was a Wednesday.
I did the 31st.
It was last Wednesday.
That's right, you
Last
guys met
Wednesday.
downstairs.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I remember.
And
So,
there were
so the
minutes for that.
31st.
Yeah.
Correct.
31st.
Okay.
And then there were minutes for that.
Katie will have those done shortly, yeah, if they're not done already.
It was a quick meeting.
Yeah, and then the holidays and, yeah.
So
On
you-
holiday.
So you have names for both the water study and the 250th?
Yes, and I'll get those to Lori. And Mark and Jim have reviewed the list. Either one of you guys want to be on? You can attend anyway.
No.
Okay?
I'll go to the 250th, I don't want to be on the water.
All right. And Joe is going to be, you saw Joe will be.
Joe
on the
D is
water,
on there, I
on the
saw
sewer,
that.
water
Yeah.
and sewer, yeah. And then Mick Sanchez is going to get somebody from the fire department for the 250th. Lee told me that years ago, they used to really celebrate the July 4th. The fire department really got involved, and
It was
Can we have
250th,
fireworks?
They had all kinds of stuff.
yeah,
We got the steamer done in time.
that's right.
Can we do fireworks?
I don't know.
You know what we should do is
Somebody to donate
we should
them.
do a drone show
They had a-
You what?
I could probably get somebody to donate them.
You know Steve Pelkey?
over Wilson Pond.
I don't know him, but I have resources.
That's Spofford, didn't they? I think Spofford Lake did one of those drones shows instead.
Remember
of
they were going to,
fireworks.
did they actually do
I
it?
think they
Yeah,
did.
that's a good idea.
Safer.
Tell you something, Mark, for a little body of water, that held a big fish in there the other night.
Did you know that that's not good for your lake, though?
See that fish? They pulled out of the support the other night. A pike. It was freaking big. It was huge.
Who got it?
Some kid. Some kid pulled it out of the ice. Huge. It was like scary huge. Like, I would've been like, what the? Flood,
Yeah, the
Loch Ness
fireworks are not
monster.
good for lakes.
All right? All right. Well, how's the budget hearing gonna go?
Okay, so
You're-
what do
you're-
you want to know?
You're center stage.
What do you want to know?
How you gonna do it? Is everything gonna be good, smooth?
Yeah, we're gonna go through, I did my overview, is
Yeah.
that what you were looking for? And I'm gonna put this into my little PowerPoint, right?
Oh, you're gonna have a screen up and everything?
Yeah. Whew. I'm gonna see if Kai can get it to actually show up on the, people viewing from home, like yeah, like a Zoom, I don't know if we can do it, because we don't have the Zoom, but
When is that?
he's gonna see if he can do it.
Tuesday night?
So we'll have the screen, and I'm gonna have Stefan, kind of manage the slides, and we'll just start at the beginning with the, budget, and work our way through the warrant articles.
Great.
So if anyone wants to help present any of these articles, I'd be
This is
happy.
your show, young lady. This is yours.
Okay.
Did you do it like this in Rain? It's gonna be
For
new
the
to you.
I don't think we did a PowerPoint for the budget hearing. I did the PowerPoint for the deliberative, but the board always spoke to, they would take turns and do each article. That's how they do it.
That's how we do it,
Yeah.
but not at the budget hearing
Okay,
so much.
okay, gotcha. Yep. Perfect. What else?
It doesn't.
I think our main concern was what you've addressed by having someone handle the projector.
Okay.
So that your focus doesn't have to be in both
Yeah.
areas.
Yeah, and I thought it would be good to see if we can get Kai to have it on, so,
Absolutely.
then we can have it online as well, and if
Are you
not-
hearing this, Kai?
Yeah, we'll try. I'm not 100% sure it's gonna work yet, but we'll try.
What are the challenges?
Basically, like, in order to have the actual, like, presentation show up on my screen, I would have to find a way to link whatever computer is presenting it and my computer. I don't know how that would work yet. I'm going to do some research tomorrow and then email Lori what I find.
But you mentioned Zoom, but Teams has, and Google, they all have share screens, so,
Right, but he doesn't operate, that's not Zoom. So
no, I know, but
So how about if you have a flash drive with the file on it that they're presenting?
Again, maybe, I don't know. I've never done it.
Good
so-
idea.
Yeah, we're gonna hope that we can do this, and if not, it's okay, but that was one, thought I had that would be nice for the viewers watching, at home. What else?
And we'll have handouts.
Yes,
We'll have
how,
the
how
full
many
packets.
people usually come? You think, like, should we
Probably have
print out
100.
like, how many copies of the budget?
About 100.
100?
Well, we had, what did we have, 70, almost 70 people at deliberative.
Okay.
So, doesn't hurt to have extras. You can always use them for the deliberative.
Okay. Good point. Anything else I might be missing?
What do you bring for refreshments? Good meeting.
Wait, I should
Bribery.
ask you, what are you bringing me?
Oh,
I'll bring chocolates.
that'll work. We can handle that.
Didn't we, when did we have refreshments? So, yeah, didn't we have coffee?
Really?
And
That was
it
the-
delivered?
That was a meet the candidate thing.
Meet the candidates.
I knew we had some kind of refreshments, because I ate a stale brownie.
All right, anything else? Anything else, Mark, before we go to non-public? No. We appreciate you coming out tonight. Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
Yes, thank you.
All right, what are we going in under?
I won't be here next week, guys, I'm now, I have an appointment.
Tuesday?
Huh?
Tuesday?
Wednesday.
We're meeting on, or Wednesday is the public hearing, but Tuesday is the budget hearing.
So,
You're not gonna be here for the public hearing?
yeah, right, as of now, I'm hoping the appointment gets changed. So that,
It'd be great if you could be here for the budget hearing.
we could do that on Tuesday.
Yeah, that'll, what do we, that's at 6 o'clock?
I saw the agenda listed, with the meetings listed coming up, so
Yeah,
I'll have to just mark it on my calendar.
great. Thanks for coming, Mark.
Thanks, Mark.
All right, Kai, we're going to go into non-public under